All right, Sunday morning. Church will be starting soon. So this is a pretty cool building right here. I bet in its day it was really something. Hey everybody, it's the other Robert, and we were riding down the road again, and we saw this. We're just gonna take a look at it real quick. It's an old church. It's not really that old because of the block, but that's what caught our eyes right there, all that moss right there. Yeah, it's raining a little bit here today. So this is a neat old church. Like I said, it's not that old. Cinder blocks. It's right on the side of the road by all these big old trees with all of this really neat looking moss. Look at that moss. It reminds me of further south than what we are. We're actually, I think we're in Marion County. And you know what? There's another old building. I remember, I think Sidestep Adventures been here before. Some of y'all that are regular viewers can go back and probably find out what video Robert did. He might have done this one with Brian and Cody. I remember when they did it. This is the old church, and then the new church was over there. And so I think they've been here before. So this might be one that I stumbled on that we've already discovered or found or did a video on, but we're gonna take another look at it real quick. So it's a building's fixing to fall in, and we've seen some of these before. You can see the marks on the wood where the saws. Does it look like the saws have cut it in two directions? Doesn't it look like that, y'all? When that wood was sawed. Simple, primitive building. The door is really neat though. I want to look at this door. Primitive door. It's not a store-bought door. They just made it out of wood. I'm gonna try and make it to the back of the building without it collapsing on me. You see where the tin roof up there. Look if you can zoom in on that or not. There's windows, primitive windows. That's where the preacher would have stood and gave his sermon on Sunday morning. Look at that door right there. Sawmilled wood, barn hinges. A little bit of old America here. This right here, I think, is old. Look at that pattern. It's like a rose pattern right there. Linoleum type floor, vinyl. See if I can get through this without falling through. I made it. Oh yeah, I made it out there. Let me pan around there. The siding, look at the siding on the building. The nails are round, so it's not that old. Pretty neat growth up here. This is the old building. So they built a new building I guess when that one got in bad shape. All right, those windows are 6/6s right there. This is probably where they had a potbelly stove or something, which was added after the building was built. This is newer than the original building right here. Look at that old pine. Still got sap coming out of it. What do you think, a 100-year-old building still got sap coming up out of it there? Old pine boards. Little Z where someone carpenter must have put that in there maybe. I wonder if that's a carpenter's initials or something. There could be some initials, 2 J's right there. I wonder if the carpenter's initial this. There's 2 J's going this way. That is cool. And there may be one right there too, another J. You can see where the screen door rubbed, and you can see where the screen door was there, and it's pretty neat. These doors are pretty neat here. Oh, look at the doorknob, and it has a little key, skeleton keyhole for it. Oh, look at the siding over here. Wow, right here in front of the place. Look at this siding. Okay, now this is the siding that's on it now, but look at this siding. It goes up this way. So could originally the building could have had the planks this way, and then later on they came back and put them that way.
Look right here.
What you got? What'd you find?
See, it's vertical on this side too.
Yeah, so this is like 2 layers. Originally it was this here, which is even older wood. I would love to see what kind of saw marks is on that, what kind of nails are on there too. They're round nails. No, yeah, they're round nails.
Are they?
They're round nails. I think they're round nails. They're round nails. Which means 1880, 1890 was the end of the square nails.
Look at the sand.
Yeah, this is a real sandy soil here in this part of the country. Not that many rocks, very few rocks. Not like what you would find in the northern part of Georgia, where there's a lot of granite and hard rocks. All right, Sunday morning. Church will be starting soon. I don't see a bell tower, but you know, a lot of times they didn't have bells. That was sort of like a luxury when you could afford to get a bell. But I do know that in this area right here where we're at, when the land lottery started, or when it was ever put out there in 1826, 1827, 1828, when people moved in here, there were already some missionaries in this area. As a matter of fact, I think Robert did a video of the Church Hill, where there were some missionaries there before the 1826s.
Is that square in the ceiling? That wouldn't have been a bell tower in the middle, would it?
No, that's where the
floor ceiling is coming down.
The ceiling fell down, and the floor is the little 3-inch wide boards in here. Okay, let me just
So like matchstick?
Yeah, that's the little skinny ones, right? Is that 2.5, 3 inch?
Matchstick, yeah. But
what is that? That's one.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, see?
Look behind you. Look behind you. It shows up better.
Oh yeah.
You can see it's dirtier, and you can see the cracks.
You can see that little small, skinny boards they used to. And of course, this is a more modern
siding.
Yeah, is that sheetrock or is that old masonite stuff?
Fake stuff.
Fake
It's
pre-sheetrock.
That's it.
Here's the other part of the lock. Look, doorknob's missing. And this was cool. I'm gonna close this door for a second to show you these little latches I had right up here to close the door, I guess, to keep the wind from blowing the doors open in a stormy day. I think we got someone else here besides us. While we were here, someone showed up. Is that my friend Beaky?
And his friend.
Is that Beaky? That's my old buddy Beaky right there. He was over at the Williford house. Remember Dr. Williford's place? Yeah, you go ahead and puff your big old wings up there. So you'll notice that there is no bell tower. The 2 chimneys, one being the original chimney, which might have been a potbelly stove, and then later on they put this exterior one here, probably when they went to a cold fire heater or something like that. And a lot of times the bell towers, or they didn't have bell towers, if they had a bell, I'll see y'all later. Sometimes they'd have it outside somewhere. So I want to walk around the other side and see if I can find an old pole or something that could. A lot of times they do. They find old buildings and things. And they build nests and lay there. Okay, I'm gonna do it right here. Robert Wright told me to crawl underneath there. Well, I tell you what, Robert, I ain't crawling underneath there. You can crawl up underneath there if you want to. You ain't getting me in there, buddy boy. No, sir. I ain't going in there. I wouldn't fit. I wouldn't fit in there.
It looks kind of like board and batten, but if it, oh, maybe it is. Well, if it was board and batten, they would have removed the vertical strips that covered each crack.
That went right here.
Can you tell if there was ever something there? They may have removed those when they put this siding over it.
You know what? I see a nail hole to the right of that crack right there. See that crack? Uh-huh. So, and I see a nail hole, 2 nail holes right there.
Board and batten.
So it was board and batten. They took the, is that the batten? Yeah, board and batten.
This is the board. That's
the
board.
The batten was what they removed.
Yeah.
And then when they removed it, they put this on here.
Because this siding came out later.
Yeah.
And was easier milled.
Yep.
And wow, that's cool.
It is cool. It is really cool.
I wonder if we could find a picture of it with the board and
if we could find anything in history about it. Oh, look at the sardine can right there. Sardine can. Someone threw it down there, didn't they?
Somebody sat on this back.
Sat on the back porch and ate their lunch.
Somebody came through and fell right there.
It wasn't me. Yep. We're gonna leave it there. Oh, and look what I see right through there. I don't know if you can zoom in on that or not, but I think I can. You know what that is. You know exactly what that is. See if we can get up to it. I don't have my snake boots today, but we're gonna go up in here and look around. This moss is something, you know, you see it when you go way down into South Georgia, the Florida line, or on the coast. But in some places and pockets, you'll find it up around this area. But this is probably one of the thickest moss on these old trees that I've seen in a long time. Look where that limb broke right there. Okay, so there it is. That used to be the restroom before they had indoor plumbing. And I'm just going to take a look at it. We've seen them before. And I also want to try and date it. And it's standing too, which is good. Oh yeah. Cool. Hey, it's a double-seater. Hey, it's a double-seater. Look at this. Woo, boy. When Grandpa had one. I'll never forget Grandpa had a double-seater. Round nail. That is a square nail. Yes. That looks like a square nail right there. That's a round nail, but that sure looks like a square nail. Okay, double-seater. Right there, y'all. There it is. And on the other side. Oh, almost fell over. Here's the other one. No, that's it. That's a door or a panel. What is that? I don't know what that is. Part of it's missing. Okay, so this might be the privacy panel. That's what that is. This is the privacy panel that protected. There's only one outhouse. There's not two. Thought there might be one over there. So there wasn't a boys and a girls. There was just one outhouse. And that's like a privacy panel they put up, I guess, so that when this was all open, 100 years ago, when this was all open right here, if you were coming out of the restroom, pulling your britches up or putting your dress down, you had a little privacy here. That is cool. That's real cool right there.